Alright YouTube, today I want to cover Windows Live Movie Maker. So basically I was looking for what was the best video editing software that I could get cheap or for free. I tried downloading something off CNET and ended up getting like a small virus, and I had a problem. I had to deal with it. So I started playing around with this Windows Live Movie Maker, and there's a couple issues with it, but it works pretty well, and I think for a beginner this is a good program, and then you can get what you need and branch out from here. I've got some friends that do YouTube stuff, and one of my friends, he spends a lot of money on his software, and depending on what you want to do and what you're doing on YouTube depends on how much software you need and how much you want to spend. But for just basic stuff, this works. I couldn't find any good videos on how to actually use the software. So I'm going to try and show you guys how to stitch a video together. This is one that I'm actually going to do for my channel, and I'm going to show you how I do it, and hopefully this helps you. So you start out, when you open it up, you have this top section up here. What you want to do is you go where it says add videos and photos. So you click on there, and I've already got this going into my folder where I've dumped my movies to. So I recorded a movie, I downloaded it from the SD card to my movie folder, and then you go in there and you tell Windows Live Movie Maker, this is the folder I want to go to. When you upload it, it'll ask you where you want to go. So what we're going to do is, you want to click them in order. I found this works best. So I'm going to click the first. I'm linking two movies together. So I'm going to click the first one. That loads it. Now I'm going to click the second one. So I'm going to go back to where it says add videos and photos. And I'm going to click the second one. Now what it's done is it puts the two here. So the first video is here. The second video is right here. Now this is the part that what I'll do when I'm doing my editing is I will hit the play button. And there's 6 minutes 40, almost 7 minutes of video here. Now this video, when I'm done with it, probably won't be that, because I'll be editing some stuff out. I'll clip here and there. So sometimes you might have 10-12 minutes of video, but by the time you're done, it's a 5-minute video with what you cut. What I'm going to do to start this out is I'm going to go and I'm going to hit play. And it doesn't start to do anything yet, but there's a timer right here underneath your box, and it starts to count off. And then once it gets to a certain point, it'll start kicking in on volume. So what you want to do is just let it play like this. It's going to play through, and that will stitch the two videos together for you. So you've got your two videos stitched. Then I edit. Now there may be a different way to do this. Maybe you can go in and do editing. This is the way I have found that works. So this is the way I'm going to show you guys. So basically at this point right now, we're going to stop the video. We're just going to let this thing run. And when I come back, the video will have run at 6 or 7 minutes. And it'll be stitched. And then I'm going to show you guys how I do the editing. Alright, so the video is stitched together. And do this so you can hear the volume.
Hey YouTube, I want to cover today the...
So now when you click on it, it'll play. If I take this bar that's moving across here, and I drag it down, as it crosses the two videos, you'll see it switch from one to the other. It's now one continuous video that's been stitched together here. So if I wanted to, I'll come back up to the beginning. If I wanted to, I could put in, up here at the top, you'll see you have different editing things. Title, caption, credits. The title you typically put at the beginning, and you can modify it and have it say anything you want. So we're going to do a title on this. Just a minute, so I'm going to click title. Now a box opens up and you can write what you want in here. So I'm going to say a Husky log splitter cold start problem. Now that's printed. That shows up on the screen about the lower half of the screen. If I grab, there's dots around it. If I grab the center dot, that arrow pulls up to expand. When I expand, it actually moves the writing up and down. So if I let go, now it's centered to the screen. So you can move it where you want it. To change the coloring on it, right now it's a white background, and against this, that looks fine. Sometimes I'll find in my videos when I'm doing a caption or something like that, I need to change the color because the background, if the color is white and it's a white background, it shows bad. You go up to where it says font, and to the left you have the bold, you have the italics, and then you have a large A. That's your text color. Next, if you click on it, a color chart opens up, and like here, I'll click green. Now we have a green color font or writing. Next to it, there's a larger A and a smaller A. So if I click the smaller A, it shrinks it. If I click the larger A, it increases it. If I want to make it fit inside the box, I can just, like if, say I have 4 lines of writing and I want to make it 2 lines, you can stretch the box out, and that will begin to give you more. You can see how it automatically filled it up. So if I decrease my font, you could get everything into one line by decreasing your font if that was something you wanted to do. So on this one here, I'm going to take it back to about that size there. We'll leave it like this. I'm actually going to drop that down. And, okay, so that's how we do this part. Now, the next part we're going to do is if I click over here, let me say, I'm just going to put a caption so you guys can see it. So right about here, let's say I want to make a comment about something that's going on in the video. Well, I would go up to caption. The caption happens at the point that my tracking bar is at. This tracking bar that I've been moving around. So you can see right here, something opened up and it says enter your text here. So now I'll click on it and I'll write slow start caused by lack of fuel. Okay. Now, I want this to show up about midpoint, so I'm going to grab it, pull it up, drag it right there. I want it to be one line, so I just stretched it just a little bit, and then I pull it the other way just to make sure it's centered. You can't see that. It's blended. You can see some of the words, but they're not showing up good. So I'm going to go back in here, and I'm going to check my color. So I'm going to check yellow. Yellow still doesn't, I don't like the look of yellow. I'm going to go green. It's looking good, but not, so I'll go blue. Now blue may be a good one on this. It really seems to show. So I'm going to click the expanded full screen.
Basically what happens when I'm finding
I still don't like the blue.
The fuel line's draining.
So I'm going to hit escape.
And it's not.
Takes me back to my smaller screen. Now it's moved us along the video. So I'm going to go back to that box where the caption was created and click on it. And now we're back in. Now I'll double click the box, and now I'm back in the editing of that caption. So we're going to change that font again. So I'm going to go in and we're going to try red. That's not looking too good because that's on the red one. Try black. On this one, black may actually work. So we're going to leave that for now. But that way you guys can see the coloring of how it works. Another thing, say you want to put music in. So I'm going to move my tracking bar to the beginning of my video. I'm not going to set music for the beginning. I'm going to put it in my video. Now I'm going to go up to add music. When you click it, 2 drop-downs show up. Add music or add music at the current point. I tend to, when I'm editing my videos, go at current point because that's where I want the music to start or stop. So I'm going to say add music at the current point. Now it takes me into, I created a folder with YouTube music that YouTube provides that's not copyrighted so that you can use it and it doesn't affect your videos, that it doesn't show a third-party content problem. If you were just doing something, you're not like me, your channel's not monetized, you just want to do whatever you want to do, you can put whatever music you wanted on there. In my situation, I'm using a music that's been approved. So for this one here, one of the ones I like to use is Daisy Duke, so I'll click on that. So now what happens is this Daisy Duke song is now, and you can see a green bar how far it runs. And it runs down to about this point on the video. Now say I just want the Daisy Duke song to run for, we'll say 2 minutes. So I click on the Daisy Duke song, and the top changed up here, and now you have start times, a start point, end point times. So if I decrease the endpoint time, you'll see that it actually starts to, oh hang on, let's go back here. The tracking bar is actually moving backwards. You can, and that's just by me moving the arrows up and down. I could go in here, this says 175 seconds. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say 120 and hit enter. So 120 seconds, 2 minutes, and you can see now, instead of being over here, now my endpoint is right here. To the left, there's a music volume bar, so I can set how say I just want music playing in the background as I was talking, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. It says fade in, fade out, so you can do a slow, medium, or fast fade. So we'll do a medium to begin with, and we'll do a slow fade to fade out. So it's going to kind of come in at one speed, and it's going to go out a little bit slower. We're going to come back into the video, and I'm going to take my tracking bar and move it over to here. And I'm just going to play this so you can see how it kicks in. So here comes this.
Hey YouTube, I want to cover today the problem with the.
So I'm talking, music's playing in the background. Now, if I didn't want, if I just wanted to hear music, turn this down here. So we're going to stop it. Say I just, and you can see right now we got to the point where my caption showed up, and there's that black caption coming across here. Hit escape, take us back, hit pause. Alright, so we've covered crediting, how to input a caption, how to do music, and now we're going to cover if you just wanted the music and not to hear me talk, just to have music playing. So we're going to click back on the music again. We're going to take that volume back up. Then we're going to click outside of it, so I'll click on the video. I'm going to click on the video at this point right here, and there's options up there: home, animation, visual effects, project, view, edit, options. So we're going to go to, I believe it's in edit. So if you click on edit, you'll see over here video volume. We're going to click on video volume. We're going to turn that all the way off. Now, when I play this, there's no talking anymore. My music's playing. Now we're going to come to my caption again. I want to cover something on this caption. So we're going to get to this caption. See how it just pops up? What I want to do is, say I want to be artistic about this. So I'm going to go in and click on this caption again. I'm going to change the writing. We'll go green this time. And I'm going to increase the font on it. I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to move it up where you guys can see it a little bit better instead down low. And then we're going to, up here, when I'm in the caption, there's all these different boxes here, so I can make it do different things. As I scroll over it, it'll do what it wants to do. So if I click this one, now what will happen is it's going to spin as it comes in. So we're going to back out a little bit. I'm going to open the box up so you can see it, and it spins in. You can make them come in from the sides, and those options are available for you there. And remember, anytime you're in a video, escape takes you back the step. So, and there's other options you can do too up here. I'm not going to get into everything. I want to show you guys the basics, the things that I've learned that'll get you through editing a basic video for yourself on YouTube, and you know, so you can put videos out there if you like, or just do stuff for your family. So right here we've covered the music and our captions. We've covered doing a title. And then at the end here, if you wanted to have something as a closeout, you could hit credits. They have a couple different versions of credits, and you can also have the credit coming from the side or spinning like a caption does. And you edit the credit the same way you would edit a title or a caption. And if you're going to do, I'm showing you here how to do 2 videos. If you're going to do 3 or 4, what I do is if I've got 3 or 4 or 5 videos that I'm going to stitch together, when I'm saving them, say it was for a fireplace repair or something, I would say fireplace repair 1, fireplace repair 2, and I'm doing that in an order I think it would make sense. If I've got to move things around, I can move things around. Now I'm going to show you how to do a quick edit. Say I don't want to have this beginning here. If I right click, it says remove. So I'll click on remove, and I had right-clicked on the title words. Now the title word is gone. If I right-click on that part of the video, remove, it's gone. The same thing happens in your video. You can do editing. So if I want to cut a chunk out of a video, I could go along in the video. I'm going to move this bar down. So say about right here, there was a section here where maybe I stammered and didn't say the right thing, or I wanted to change it. I just don't like how it came out. You go underneath edit and you hit split. What that does is that now splits the video into 2 pieces. I did this split at the beginning of the part that I want to cut out. Now I'll play it. let it go to a part that, okay, that was the part I wanted to cut out. I'm going to pause it again. So now I've got it exactly where I want to cut it out. I'm going to hit split again. Boom. Now I've broke the video into 2 spots again. So the original video was all of this. Now it's got 1, 2, 3 parts to it. I've isolated, by doing those 2 splits, I've isolated the part I want to do, that I want to remove. So then I would right click on that and go down to remove, and that part would be now gone from my video. So that's how you can edit a video. You can also cut or copy something out that way as well. So that's how you will drop off like if you are doing YouTube stuff and you're starting your camera, and in my beginning videos, if you see some of my first ones, I actually walk in frame or walk out of frame because I wasn't familiar with it yet. I was learning. So that's the way you get rid of that. You can go in there and cut those sections out by using this technique. And you'll see as you play with it, you know, your volumes and everything else, as you go into each setting, you'll find things that you like, the different effects that you can play with. I haven't really played a lot with the animations or adding any kind of special effects. I tend to keep my videos fairly plain, but this way, this is it's a working video editing software that comes with your computer. It's not going to cost you anything, and it does the job. It'll also save in high def. Now, that's something I want to cover. When you go to save your movie, in the upper right-hand corner here, it says Save Movie. You click on that. If you go down and you select High Def Display, you select your own settings, and you don't select Recommended for this project, what it will do is it will put a black box around your video. It'll frame it out. So instead of having a full screen video, your video will be black box. If you look at my channel, you'll see some of my videos are that way. I had tried to save them high def or had played around with definition settings. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I did a little research. I found out it looks like what Windows Live Movie Player does is it searches, it looks at the format. If it doesn't understand the format, rather than do cropping, it just keeps it puts a black box around it. That way it didn't crop your image. It black boxed it, and I don't understand why they did it. And from what I've seen, there's a lot of people that are just like me. They don't understand it, and it's upsetting. But it seems the workaround to it is let the video do as long and these here, they're all recorded with a high def camera, same definition, same format. So as long as I just let Windows Movie Player do its own thing, and I say you do how you recommend it, it seems to work fine. So that's the way that I have found to get around the black box issue. And that's pretty much an overview of this that I think will help you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message, comment. I try and stay on top of that stuff, and I'll get back to you if I see your message or question. And if it's something I can't explain, I will I'll do a short video or something to try and give you a video answer. Sometimes I understand things better if I see them than somebody writing something to me. So if that's the case, I'll try and accommodate you. All right, guys, I hope this helps. You take care.